Now, with leisure centres closed, most swimmers have had to pack away their trunks and costumes and take up another form of exercise instead.
But there is still a way to work on your breaststroke and your front crawl. All you need to do is head to a freezing cold lake, smash up the surface with an ice pick, and then you jump straight in.
It might sound bizarre, but that's exactly what our next guest, Fay Preene, likes to do. She won't let anything stand in the way of her daily swim, and she joins us now live from the chilly banks of Lake Windermere in the Lake District. And good morning to you. Oh my gosh, it looks freezing there.
Good morning. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, it's a very wet and rainy Windermere today.
Gosh, I mean, you are incredible. This love of that lake in particular, though, and sort of wild swimming, started from being a child.
Yes. So as a family, we used to come up to the lakes a lot as a child. We were out on the lake on boats. So it was always a home away from home until I decided to make the move here 4 years ago.
In all weathers?
In all weathers, yeah. And we get a lot of rain in the Lake District, so our skin's pretty waterproof.
So it's a good idea to do this in good company. And when you moved back there, you found some like-minded ladies on Instagram, I think, who also were into wild swimming. And you started swimming with them. Oh, my gosh, you're getting in. Is that cold?
Yes, it is cold. A question I get a lot. It is cold, but you do get used to it. And the feeling afterwards is so much, it's worth getting in now.
And, I mean, does it... I don't even know whether she answered your question then, because I was so... Suddenly, I thought, are we boring you? She's getting in the lake swimming. First guest we've ever had that swum off. So I suppose it never gets warm in there.
No. So even in the summer, we'd say that it was warm in the summer, but some people would still argue that it is still cold in the summer. But definitely in the winter, now it's sitting around 5 or 6 degrees.
I don't know what I was expecting, but I thought you'd have a wetsuit on.
Yes, another common question. And, you know, a lot of people do wear wetsuits. Myself and a lot of friends prefer to skin swim, and the feel of the water and the cold on your skin. But by all means, do wear a wetsuit. And it's a great starting point is to put a wetsuit on if you are wanting to get into this.
You are not superhuman. I mean, you are a human being who will get hypothermia. So are you limited the amount of time you can actually spend in there?
Yeah, absolutely. It is a dangerous sport, which should be respected and taken very seriously. So there is a time limit, which changes from person to person, and even just how you're feeling that day. I'd say in the winter now, we're probably in for around 6 minutes, but that wouldn't be the sort of time I'd advise for a beginner to be in, as well as thinking about other things offshore, such as all the kit that you have to bring to make sure you can recover safely after.
Well, we've spoken to Wim Hof on this show, and he talks about the benefit of getting into ice-cold water, and it makes you breathe more deeply. What do you feel the benefits when you do this?
For me, there's a huge mental health benefit. The huge release of endorphins after you've swam is probably the biggest one. Because you're putting your body into a natural mode of stress, that your body gets used to that pattern. So it says that you can deal with day-to-day stress a lot better. And there's a bunch of physical health benefits as well. It increases your white blood cells, which increases your immune system and circulation. But for me, it probably is the mental health side of it. And a huge part of that is who you're at the lake with as well. So I don't swim alone. I always swim with a friend or a group when it's not COVID. So a huge part of that is the sort of lakeside laughs and chats and giggles as well.
Well, you say that you feel like you've been injected with happiness, and that in itself has got to be a massive attraction for sure. And you go higher up to find the ice.
Yes, yeah. So as many people hate it when the ice starts to come, a lot of us swimmers love it when the ice comes, and we'll try travel higher up to some of the tarns in the mountains that are frozen over and actually smash through the ice to swim there, which again comes with more sort of safety precautions when doing that as well.
Well, I mean, I was going to say that actually, and safety is a big part of what you do. I mean, it looks beautiful, but you do have to be careful. I mean, if anybody was considering to go wild swimming, especially at this time of year, what would you recommend?
Number one thing would be to buddy up with an experienced cold water swimmer. And the sort of open water swimming community is really friendly, and I'm sure, you know, there'd be many people that you could buddy up with. Because when you go with them, you're going to absorb all of their knowledge and skills. That'd be the number one thing. If possible, start swimming in the warmer months and then try continue through to the colder months, or start with a wetsuit on. But the main thing would be to definitely not go alone and go with somebody who's experienced in outdoor swimming.
And you say not only do you feel fantastic physically and mentally, but also you've got a newfound love for the environment. You're very lucky, you're in a beautiful part of the country.
Yeah, the Lake District is undoubtedly beautiful. I don't think there's a better way to be immersed in nature than wild swimming. You're completely in it. And we have a huge respect for the area that we live in and all of the different lake shores that we come to. There is so much natural beauty and wildlife on the lake that it is a real sort of green therapy experience when you come wild swimming.
You're nearing your 6-minute limit here, so if I know that you actually want to have a bit of a swim. So Becky, thank you very much. Faye, sorry, thank you so much for joining us. Off you go, and thank you.
Enjoy.
Bye now.
Just keep swimming, just keep swimming.
Wow, look at that. Here is the official advice from the Lake District National Park. Wear a wetsuit to keep you warmer and more buoyant. Enter the water slowly to get used to it. Check the depth and the waterbed by walking in carefully. Don't jump in. You could get shocked by the cold and you don't know how deep it is. Don't stay in too long if you're not used to cold water. Pick a route along the shoreline so you can get out easily if you need to. Have lots of layers, a hat and a warm drink ready for when you get out of the water, even in summer. And never, ever swim alone. That's a long way to get to the other side, isn't it?
Amazing.
She's laughing. That's brilliant. Thank you, Faye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.